So we are going to answer exercise 1.37 under chapter 1, section 1.8 components of vectors. Okay. The problem says that a disoriented physics professor drives 3 kilometer north. This is vector A, then 2.90 kilometers west, vector B, and then 1.50 kilometers south. This is our vector C. So find the magnitude and direction of the resultant displacement using the methods of components. And in vector addition diagram, roughly to scale, show that the resultant displacement found in your diagram is qualitative agreement with the result you obtained using the methods of components. So unfortunately, I cannot show you the graphical method, only the component method for this problem. Okay, so let's try to answer this using component methods. Okay. So here, let's sketch this one. Okay. So this is our x, this is our y. Okay. So your instructor first drives north. Okay, this is our vector A. Vector A. And then our vector B, it is in the west. This is our vector B. And our vector C is south, which is, and this is our vector C, south, vector south. If we're going to tabulate this one, so we have vector A, vector B, and vector C. Okay. So tabulating this one, we have the magnitude. So we have the magnitude which is 3.55 kilometers. We have 3.90 kilometers. We have 1.8 kilometers. We have these angle, okay. So angle theta angle theta. So we note that theta is the angle from from positive x-axis to the vector. Okay. Now, uh, it's raining heavily here, but let's continue our video discussions. Now, for A, the angle is your theta A, your angle from the positive x-axis is just 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees. It follows that your B is 180 degrees and your C is 270. You have X component and you have Y component. So here you can see that your A only lies on the Y component. Only have, so no X component, 0.0 kilometer. Okay. Also, your B lies on the X, meaning it has no Y component. Also, your C lies on Y, it has no X component. So all you have to do is to find, so we have AY, it's just your 3.25 kilometers sine of 90 degrees because your AX is equal to A cosine of 90 degrees is equal to 0. So you have 3.25 sine 90. So we have here a sine of 3.25 kilometers. So 3 point. So your Vx is equal to 2.90 cosine 180 degrees. So 2.90 cosine 180. So cosine 180 is -1. So you have negative -2.9 kilometers. So your Vy is equal to uh, V sine of 180 degrees is equal to 0. Sine of 180 is 0. So we have negative 2.9 kilometers, and your Cx is equal to 0, Cx is equal to 0. Your Cy, you can find Cy is just 1.50 kilometers, okay, 1.50 kilometers, cosine of sine of 270 degrees, 1.5 sine of 270 degrees. So you have negative 1.5, negative 1.5. So negative 1.5 kilometers. So you can see it in the graph. So it lies on the positive. So your y component is positive, 0 your x. Your b negative because it lies on the negative x-axis, no y-axis, no y component. Also here, negative because in the negative y component and no x component. So if you're going to add this one, so you have negative 2.9 kilometers, and we have here 3.25 minus 1.5 is 1.75 kilometers. So for the magnitude, or this is your Ry and this is your Rx. So the magnitude of your resultant displacement is the square root of negative 2.9 kilometers squared plus 1.75 kilometers squared. So giving you so square root of 2.9 plus 1.75 squared, it gives you 3.39 kilometers. That is the what we call this one, the the magnitude of your resultant. If you graph the resultant vector, so if you graph your resultant vector, okay, your Rx is negative. So this is your Rx, this is your X, this is your Y, this is your X, and your Ry is positive. So meaning dito. So your R is in the second, your vector R is in the second quadrant. So and the direction that theta here, or that angle here is just, theta is just equal to the tangent -1 of the opposite Ry over Rx. So given that your Ry, so shift tangent, your Ry is 1.75 divided by uh, 2.9. So it gives you negative 31.1 degrees. Okay. So your so if you want to find this angle here, so your resultant angle, your theta r resultant is just 180 minus 31.1. So 148.9 degrees. So that is your resultant. So your magnitude is 3.39 kilometers, and the resultant is and your direction is 148.9 from the positive x-axis. So if you're going to draw what we call the graphical method, so the 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 vector would look like this one: vector A plus vector B plus vector C. Okay. So then this is your resultant vector. Okay, so if you measure that, using graphical method, so your result must be 3.9 something, 3.4, and the angle must be 31 degrees in that, or in this direction, 148.9 degrees. Okay. That's all. So thank you for uh, listening. So please click the subscribe button for more videos like this.